Hello and welcome to this introductory video to the Louvre Aulos. I'm Callum Armstrong and this is the Louvre Aulos. And today we're going to talk about how to hold the Louvre Aulos and the basic positions we need to be in order to play it well. One of the major problems with playing the Louvre Aulos, and in fact many Aulos in general, is the finger stretch required to play them. You'll find that there's normally a very large stretch between the two top finger holes because the thumb hole is the second hole from the top, always on auloi. And the thumb hole is in that position so that you don't drop the aulos. If the thumb hole was high, like on a recorder, you would drop the instrument. It becomes very unstable. So the thumb hole is always placed in this position on auloi, in the second to top position, so that you don't drop the instrument. One thing that can aid you in these big stretches is playing on the middle pads of the fingers, like here, rather than playing on the fingertips. Now, if my memory serves me well, we began playing on our fingertips on musical instruments with the advent of keys. But before the advent of keys on instruments, it was more common to play with more straight fingers on the tips of the fingers, rather on the pads of the fingers. And in some cases, like we still see to do in Highland piping and other bagpipe traditions around the world, playing on the middle pads of the fingers, with the exception of the pinky, where you always play on the top pad of the finger. And what we can see on the iconography, as you can now see on the screen, you can see that in fact the auloi players of old also did this. So how do we hold the instrument? This is the low pipe, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the top three holes with this middle pad here, this middle pad here, and this middle pad here. And I'm going to cover the fourth hole down with the top pad of my pinky here. So it looks a bit like this. And then my thumb comes up and it holds the position and creates a sort of A frame, like this. You want to keep your finger in an A frame rather than on the bend, like this. If you have a certain amount of A frame, it's good because it stops you tensing up the muscle here and wearing out your thumb joint. And the same can be said for the high pipe as well. So although it's possible to play on the fingertips, I find it much easier in general to play on the pads again in the same manner. So again, using the three pads for the top three holes and the top pad of the pinky. And again with the thumb, I want to try and create a small sort of A frame. And in fact, a lot of people, you might find that the thumb on the high pipe is actually slightly trickier to hold than actually on the low pipe, because the fingers are slightly more bunched up. When I hold both pipes together, this is sort of the effect we're looking for. We want to keep the fingers nice and relaxed as possible. We would like to avoid really this position and sort of just more of a relaxed hold on the instrument. And then we can play.